Hi, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. Well, I haven't got to do a children's story in a long time, so I thought that I would today. You can probably see right up above me, there's Sky. So Sky's going to be part of this video. The name of the story is Danger, Boober Cooking. This is a Fraggle Rock book. Boober is a Fraggle, and he lives in Fraggle Rock, which is underneath or right behind the workshop owned by Doc. The Fraggles down in Fraggle Rock are happy as can be, except for Boober Fraggle, as you will very soon see. Fraggles come in many colors, just like lollipops or gum, and their fur is soft and fuzzy, and they like to sing and hum. They also like to dance and play and swim and things like that. That is, except for Boober. See Boober? Doesn't want to do any of that. There's Boober right there. Boober likes to wear a hat. Or maybe this hat. Or that hat. Or that hat. Or any of these hats. Do you like to wear hats? And underneath his hat, he sighs and worries all the day. He's much too superstitious to take any time to play. His job is doing laundry, which is mostly his own socks, and he scrubs them and he rubs them and he beats them on the rocks. The only other thing he ever really likes to do is cooking up a pie or cake, or roast or hash or stew. His talents in the kitchen are renowned both far and wide. That means he's very famous for them. And what he does with radishes is not to be denied. How many of you like to cook? Boober's favorite recipe is celery souffle. He loves it so much that if he could, he'd make it every day. And just in case you want to taste, I asked him if he could explain just how he makes it, and Boober said he would. Well, that's nice of him. So here's Boober's recipe for celery souffle. It's really very simple, and it all starts out this way. First, you need some celery, says Boober. That is clear, despite the risks you take when picking celery down here. The garden of the gourds is where all the celery grows, and it's really scary there, as any Fraggle knows. Looks like a gourd is very big and maybe scary. The gourds are all quite fearsome. They're as giant as can be. They're 20 million times the size of either you or me. Well, actually they're not, but they're big enough to fear. And then they try to stomp on little Fraggles when they see them coming near. Look how big they are. Very big. Do you see why this one's wanting to stomp on that Fraggle? Because he's taking his celery. Then once you've risked your life and limb and celery you've got, the next thing you need to find is just the right size pot. Though usually I never do, I seem to be unlucky. The other Fraggles use my pots and leave them kind of yucky. Ooh, they didn't wash that, did they? The next ingredient is water. Just 1 spoon. You get it from the pond on the Great Hall on any afternoon. That is, if you don't splash it and you come down with a cold and you end up with the sniffles while your celery grows mold. Let's see, that's what happened. Oh my. Another thing you need to give it flavor is a bit of limpet leaf, which grow quite wild down in the smelly pit. The pit will surely make you ill. Its odor, that means its smell, has no charm. And then while climbing down it, you just might fall. See, can you see him falling? And break your arm. Oh no. This is a very dangerous recipe. With limpet leaf for flavoring, there's one more thing you need. You need just a pinch of wumpus root, or else some wumpus seed. But wumpus roots can trip you. You might fall on your nose and break your leg or scrape your knee, or maybe both of those. Then mix it all together in the pot of the wrong size and cook it very carefully away from bugs and flies. And when it's done, be quiet, or you're sure to make it fall, and you wish you hadn't asked me how to cook a souffle at all. Let's see. Boom. And come to think of it, I wish you hadn't asked me how, for I am getting hungry, and I thought I'd cook one now. Such awful things can happen before you will be fed. I think that I will stay right here and spend the day in bed. I think he might worry a little bit too much. What do you think? Well, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I want to pray blessings on you and yours in your house, out of your house, in the day and in the night. Whatever you do, keep dreaming. And I want to say a special good night to two of my grandchildren, Serenity and Stephen. But if my other grandchildren get to hear this, I'd like to say goodnight to them too. There's Christopher and Alyssa. There's Frankie and Octavia and Willa. I think all of you might like it. Well, good night, you guys. I love you. God bless you.